I was showing all the research to my family and I was really excited and they were completely underwhelmed. Underwhelmed because they couldn't translate that into a story. So I thought, I know, I'll make it into a story and that'll get them looking. And it did. Well, Mizpah is a sentiment that became very fashionable again because it was fashionable in the Victorian era during the First World War, and it basically means may God be between us whilst we are apart, and it comes from Genesis.
Oh, yes.
And because the family were parted by the Great War, they found themselves on opposing lines of the battle. Mizpah is a very strong sentiment. The hopes that they would be together again.
A theme for people.
I think the best way of describing it is that the day-to-day elements of how their conversations and how they move through life, for instance, their reaction to the sinking of the Titanic, all of these elements that I've had to imagine. So lots of research to try and find out what happened whilst they were alive, how they would have responded to it. And I'm sure they would have responded to elements with as much gusto and humour to the tragedy, etc., that was happening, but joyfully to the wonderful moments, to the peace that ensued after the Great War. I mean, it was amazing. We'd always had stories in the family of how we've got the British element, a German element, and my father was actually born in France. But I knew nothing about the Great War. I knew nothing really about the East End of London, and I certainly didn't know anything about Germany. And for me, it's been like going home. I kind of know who I am. I know it sounds really corny, but it's such a wonderful thing, and I can only say to people, look, find out about your family. You know, it's just so exciting. It's so rewarding. And, you know, even if you don't write a book, there will be a wonderful story that's yours, and you kind of feel like a bigger person knowing about your family. It's wonderful.
I suppose you know where you fit in.
Yes, you do. And they were ordinary people. They were working class East Enders, and the challenges of their life made them better people, made them stronger people. And it's really been something that's helped me. And I think, gosh, well, if they can do it, I sure can.
You mentioned the research. How long has it taken you to get to this stage?
Well, I started in 2008 after my mum died, as many people do. So it's been years of research, and for me the research was incredible because you can spend days, weeks, months not getting anywhere. Then all of a sudden you find something and it all slots into place. And because my family have got very unusual names, M.A.Lossl, M.A.Lossl, it was easy to access stuff in the British Archives. So the National Archive are a wonderful resource, and for me it was just such a thrill of the chase. It's been an amazing thing, but each different process has been incredible. Like my proof copy, and I just feel so proud. Do you know what? I can't believe I've written it. It's almost like my family have written it, you know. It's wonderful. For me, it's such an amazing story because they're amazing people, and I'm just the humble person who's kind of put it down so that people can share it. And I think it will be a story that will hopefully be very healing, because it talks about people who are on all sides of the Great War, and because it's from everyday people's perspective, I think there's a lot that people can relate